Kelly Moriarty was raised in New York City. Growing up, she was extremely active and was by far the best athlete in her family. She especially loved softball and played competitively for the Duchess Debs, often travelling across the county in competitions. Eventually, the family relocated to Florida, and Kelly finished her softball career at St. Petersburg Catholic High School. According to her parents, Kelly had multiple scholarship offers to play in college, but she turned them all down. Kelly grew up in a pretty conservative household with traditional family values, but she was harbouring an uncomfortable secret that she was reluctant to share. But at the age of 20, Kelly told her family she was gay. Her family accepted her sexuality and remained supportive, even helping pay for Kelly's massage therapy classes at Florida College of Natural Medicine. Kelly passed her exams and harboured dreams of one day returning to New York to practice. Around 2009, 36-year-old Kelly Moriarty met Doris Wade Carter. Doris was 24 years older than Kelly, but the pair hit it off and started a relationship. Carter's husband died in 2005 of a heart attack, and her daughter described her and Kelly's relationship as passionate and volatile, and said the two women frequently argued. In fact, one article claimed both had taken injunctions out against the other at various points. However, come 2011, the pair were still together. At this point, Carter resided in the 1500 block of McLean Drive in Plant City, Florida. Kelly was also staying at the house, along with Carter's daughter and son-in-law, who were currently living with her. But for whatever reason, she was in the process of evicting them both. A day later, both Kelly and Doris would disappear. According to Stacy, the daughter of Doris Carter, when she woke up on December the 17th, both her mother and Kelly had left the property, and also gone was Moriarty's car. On December the 20th, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office spotted Moriarty's car abandoned on the side of State Road 62 in Parrish and placed a red tag in the window for the owner to move the car. At this point, neither was reported missing, so to law enforcement this was nothing more than a routine stop. Other than the car being abandoned, nothing seemed out of place. It would be weeks before either woman would be reported missing. Moriarty's family discovered she was missing on January the 27th, when her apartment manager contacted her brother, who was listed as the emergency contact on her lease. Moriarty had not paid her rent for December or January, and management was unable to contact her. The landlord entered her apartment and found no signs of a disturbance. Although the family had tried to contact Kelly over Christmas and after the holidays, it wasn't uncommon for the Moriartys to not hear from Kelly for a month or more. Kelly remained private about much of her life. Her brother visited the apartment and found everything inside intact. However, what was concerning was the Christmas tree was still up, and the presents still wrapped up underneath it. Milk in the fridge was dated December the 23rd, and a newspaper lay on the sofa dated December the 8th. With no sign of his sister, her brother reported her missing to the local police department. 2 days later, Carter's living daughter Stacy reported her mother missing after Bradenton police visited her. Much like Kelly's family, she told police it wasn't uncommon that her mother and Kelly would disappear for long periods at a time, so she did not consider it strange that her mother was not home for the holidays. Hillsborough detectives, who are now investigating Carter's disappearance, executed a search warrant on Kelly's car. No evidence of a crime was found. Investigators searched waterways amongst other places but found no leads. Unbeknown to investigators and the family at the time, a significant development had occurred a few weeks after the women went missing, but it wouldn't be until March the following year that the pieces would start to fit together. On December the 27th, a Canadian tourist on vacation in Florida made a gruesome discovery when they came across a severed leg which was bent at the knee and cut cleanly at the thigh and the foot. The leg had washed ashore in St. Petersburg. On the 23rd of March, the Pinellas Medical Examiner's Office notifies the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office that based on DNA evidence, the severed leg found in December belonged to Kelly Moriarty. Unfortunately, no other part of Kelly has been recovered. For her family, the discovery was heartbreaking. It was now clear Kelly would not be returning home. A small urn, no bigger than a perfume bottle, is all the family now have remaining of their daughter. The family scraped together as much as they could to raise a reward, desperate to get some answers, but unfortunately, so far, the answers have not come.
Case involving the disappearance of two women. One is believed to be dead and the other is still missing. The last time anyone saw 38-year-old Kelly Moriarty and her girlfriend, 62-year-old Doris Carter, was December 16, 2011, at Carter's Plant City home. A few days later, motorists spotted Moriarty's black Cadillac along State Road 62 in Manatee County. It was abandoned but in good condition. Then a few days later, human remains washed up on shore in St. Petersburg. They belonged to Kelly Moriarty. Since mid-December 2011, no one has seen or heard from Doris Carter. The two often frequented a popular bar in St. Petersburg called Georgie's Alibi. They were spotted there 2 weeks before they disappeared. I'm Corporal Felipe DeCobo with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Homicide Section. If you know anything about this case or have any information, please contact the Homicide Section. Help us bring closure to the families who are desperately seeking answers about their loved ones.
What happened over that Christmas period is unclear, and nothing further has been reported. Stacey said her mother had a long history of mental illness, including depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. Carter allegedly kept a duffel bag filled with guns in her room. Stacey admitted to being doubtful about whether her mother would return home alive. Her mental and physical faculties aren't there, she went on to say. But a lot of suspicion has fallen on Carter's daughter and her son-in-law, who remained in the property after her mother's disappearance. She denies any knowledge of what caused her mother's disappearance or Kelly Moriarty's death. The investigation has stalled since then, and several pieces of this case are still unknown. There has been no evidence to the whereabouts of Carter, and police still have no crime scene where Kelly was dismembered. Both Kelly and Doris had cell phones, and the last ping from both came off a tower about 1 mile north of Plant City. Kelly's car was found with no mechanical issues, and her family don't believe if it did have that she would have walked off and left it. Previous law enforcement training said to them she would have likely locked the doors and called AAA or 911 if the pair had issues. In October of 2012, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office detectives executed a search warrant on Carter's Plant City home and left with several bags of evidence, including Carter's personal belongings, articles of clothing and more. But again, nothing further was released regarding this, and no further movement appears to have happened since then. It has now been 13 years since the pair disappeared, and still the loved ones have no answers. As of 2024, the case remains unsolved.